Hello everyone, welcome to our multilingual DGT driving theory test series. If you are living in Spain and preparing for the DGT theory exam in English, Spanish, French, German, Punjabi, Arabic, or any other language, this series is made especially for you. In every episode, you will get real DGT style questions, clear explanation, and helpful tips to make the exam easier and stress free. So let's begin our part two. Here is the question number one. On interurban roads and on roads with more than one lane for the same direction of travel, where will a car normally travel? Now, here there are three options: A, in the middle lane, B, on the right lane, and C, whichever is most suitable for its destination. So in our first part, we have done that on interurban roads, we have to circulate on the right lane only. We cannot select the lane which is most suitable for our destination. That is only in case of urban roads. But outside of town, we have to move on the right lane only. So the option B is the right answer for this question. Next question. When a car is traveling on a highway at an abnormally reduced speed due to a breakdown, which lane will it take? Now, there is a question about abnormally reduced speed. Options are drive in the right lane, and if it seriously disrupt traffic, drive on the shoulder. B, on the shoulder so as not to be an obstacle. C, always stay in the right lane. Now, let's talk about the abnormally reduced speed. What is abnormally reduced speed? As there is a maximum speed on highway is 120 km per hour. Similarly, there is a minimum speed also decided. That is 60 km per hour for all kind of vehicles. Like 120 is the maximum and 60 is the minimum. So you cannot cross 120 kilometer, and you are also not allowed to drive below 60 kilometer. Below 60 kilometer per hour, you are not allowed to circulate on highways and dual carriageway. And if you are traveling below that of minimum obligatory speed, that is known as abnormally low speed. So now the question is about in which lane should a vehicle travel when it is circulating with abnormally low speed due to breakdown. Due to breakdown, you are allowed to travel below the minimum obligatory speed, but if you are obstructing the traffic, in that case, you have to travel on the shoulder. So option A is the right answer. Drive in the right lane, but if it seriously disrupt the traffic, then drive on the shoulder. Next question. Who cannot circulate on the highway? Option A, motorcycles. Option B, mopeds. Option C, trucks with the maximum authorized mass of more than 3,500 kg. In our previous part, we have seen the prohibition goes to pedestrian, animal drawn vehicle, cycle, mopeds, animals. So, number four, moped is our answer. B option is the right answer. Who cannot circulate on the highway? Mopeds, because of the speed. The speed limit of moped is 45 km maximum, and the minimum requirement on the highway is 60 km. So that's why they are not allowed to go on highway. Next question, to exit a motorway via deceleration lane, you must position yourself in the lane well in advance. A, on the left lane, B, on the right lane, or C, any lane. Now here you can see that there is a deceleration lane from where you can leave the highway. There are two types of lanes. One is acceleration lane, by which you can join the highway or dual carriageway. Like here, I show you in the image. This is the image of acceleration lane. Here you can see the vehicles can join from this place to the highway. So this is to increase the speed. This is acceleration lane to accelerate, to speed up. And the another one is to leave the highway, to exit from the highway. That one you will join at the end, the acceleration lane to adapt the speed according to the highway, and then you will join at the end. But in deceleration lane, you have to take the exit at the beginning of the lane. So you have to be on the right lane when you are going to exit or leave the highway. So the option B is the right answer in our question, that you have to be on the right lane in advance if you want to leave the highway. Next, can cyclists circulate on the hard shoulder of highways? A. No, under no circumstances. B. Yes, when they are over 14 years of old. C. Yes, always. Now we have seen the prohibition on highway is for pedestrian, animal drawn vehicle, cycle. Cycle is prohibited on highway. So the option A is the right answer, no, under no circumstances. Next question. Now, to make your concepts clear, I have kept both the questions in the same episode. Can cyclists over the age of 14 circulate on the hard shoulders of dual carriageway? Option A, yes, both on the shoulders of dual carriageway on those and on those of highways. B, no, it is prohibited for road safety reasons. C, yes, unless prohibited by signs for road safety reasons. Now there is a difference in the prohibition on highway and dual carriageway. This is one of the major difference between highway and dual carriageway. That cyclists over the age of 14 are allowed to circulate on highways. Here you can see the prohibition is only for pedestrian, moped, animals, and animal drawn vehicles. Cyclists are allowed if there is no sign of prohibition. So in this question, the option C is correct. Yes, unless prohibited by signs for road safety reasons. So remember this thing, on highways, they are strictly prohibited, but on dual carriageway, they are allowed over the age of 14 years. Next question. On this section of highway, can the black vehicle continues driving in the left lane after overtaking? Now, look at this image. The black vehicle is overtaking the other vehicles over here, the red vehicle and the blue vehicle. So, they are asking, after overtaking these vehicles, can it continues driving in the left lane? No. We have to come back to the right lane again after overtaking. We cannot continue our driving in the left lane on interurban roads. So option A is the right answer? No. Next question. On interurban roads with three lanes in the same direction, is a car with a trailer allowed to drive in the left lane? Yes, but only to overtake other vehicles. Option B, no, under no circumstances. Option C, yes, when the length of the assembly does not exceed 7 meters. Now, I would like to explain you one thing, that vehicles whose length is more than 7 meter and whose maximum authorized mass is more than 3,500 kg are not allowed to travel in the furthest left lane on the three-lane one-way interurban roads. They can only use the adjacent left lane, which is immediate to the right lane. So option C is the right answer. Yes, when the length of the assembly does not exceed 7 meters, car with a trailer is allowed to drive in the left lane. And that's all for our part two. Thanks for watching the video. Let's catch up more in our next part. Bye for now.